Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Planet Love Times. So, on this channel, and my goal with this channel is really just to spread more love, whatever that takes. Whether that's telling stories about love to get people to believe in love, or that's sharing teachings of what I've learned through love and falling in love. I just want the world to have more love in it. So that's the purpose of this channel. This episode, I want to talk about falling in love. So, what is it like to fall in love with your cosmic love partner? I'm sure many of us have fallen in love before, and myself included, before meeting my cosmic love partner. And it looked different every single time. It felt different. And what I ultimately came to believe about the heartbreaks that I had had leading up to meeting my cosmic love partner was that if that person could make me feel that way, can make me feel that good, that loved, that desired, that valued, fill in the blank, and they're not the one, then how must the one make me feel? Can I decide how I want to feel when I'm with that person? I want to feel like a goddess. I want to feel like a, $1,000,000, whatever, whatever it is that you want to feel, or you believe that you could feel being with this person. Name it, call it, declare it. And so I had that final revelation, really coming to terms with the end of this relationship that just gutted me, ripped my heart out, threw it on the ground, stomped on it style. It took me 2.5 years to get over this relationship that was literally just months long. Like, I fall deep. Okay. But that's another thing that I think is really important, is that you have to risk falling in love. You have to risk love. The payoff for giving your all and falling in love with someone, even if they're not the right person, is actually far greater than the opposite. And I think what happens to a lot of people is they get hurt again and again, and it causes them to close their heart. Why? And rightfully so. Like, why would you want to keep opening your heart up if it just keeps getting hurt and hurt and hurt? And yes, that's one way to look at it. But I like to look at the heart. It is a literal muscle, but also love as a muscle. And that you are building this strength of love, this capacity to feel love, to give love, to receive love with each and every heartbreak. It's like you're breaking down the muscle so that you can get stronger and you can get better. And so I like to look at these opportunities when we have our hearts broken as just an opportunity to grow, strengthen, expand, and actually be able to widen our capacity to receive love ultimately, and give more love in return. And I think that if you set out with that as your goal in mind, that like, I'm the person in front of me, if I love them, I'm gonna love them whether we spend the rest of our lives together or not. But if you choose to withhold love in fear of this relationship not working out, you're actually perpetuating the potential of that relationship not working out, because you're withholding love. So I say go all in. Maybe this will come back to bite me in the ass, sharing this advice, but this is my experience. And so, falling in love with my cosmic love partner, what was that like? Well, that opened up a total portal for me to learn what the true energy, essence of love is, and love in all different forms, not just romantic. So, the story, right? It was New Year's Eve, and Andre had taken me to this rave in San Diego, and we were on the dance floor just dancing, having the most amazing time. And right, I guess it was right at midnight or just shortly before, he's really tall, so he leaned down and he whispered into my ear and he said, Sierra, I don't know how I could ever leave you. And I turned around and I kissed him. And then he leaned down and said into my ear again, Sierra, I love you. And no one had ever said, I love you to me before. So that was really a beautiful way to receive it. And I just looked at him and I said, I love you too. and and then I said, now I can tell you what the psychic said, which, that's maybe another episode. But essentially, I had some friends supporting me, telling me that this was the the one, essentially. And I had been feeling that way. I didn't even project into the future so much. I was just so enjoying loving this person, spending time with this person, being around this person, dating this person, that I just, like, even if I wasn't saying it, this is before he said I love you, even though if he wasn't saying it, I would just say in energetically, I love you, I love you, I love you, or like cuddling, and I'm just saying that through my energy. And so, you know, we fall in love, we say I love you to each other, and we just knew, like, oh my God, you're the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And we were young. I was 25. I was about to turn 26, and Andre had just turned 26 as well. So we were young, and it was fresh, young love too. We'd only been together a month. So it was exciting, but also people around us were like, slow down. And like, you don't have to move so fast. But we just knew, and it was actually the following day when I had this totally bizarre experience. Uh, it was New Year's Day. We woke up at our friend's house, and we ended up, kind of like, it was a whole big party, so we were sharing a room with somebody else, and I I just started crying, and it was like this dam had broken, and lifetimes of tears came pouring out. I cried, I sobbed, like blubbering, sobbing for 8 hours. And Andre just held me the entire time. He didn't ask questions. He didn't say, what's wrong? Are you okay? Anything. It's like he knew what was going on without knowing what was going on. And I just sobbed because it was like simultaneously tears of joy that, oh my God, I found you again. That was this ticker tape mantra that just kept coming to me. I found you again. I found you again. I found you again. And it was like I could see our souls out in the cosmos, like reuniting and feeling this reverberation of celebration that we did it. We found each other again. And that, like I could feel that other other beings in other realms were celebrating with us. And but there were tears of sorrow as well. It was like I was feeling the weight of the lifetimes we were separated. And um it was like probably one of the most moving experiences of my life. And like I said, it opened this portal. It taught me so much. I received so many codes and downloads about what love is and the power of love. And so here I am writing a book about it and starting a YouTube channel about it because I really just want more love in the world. I want everybody to feel this kind of love, whether you're partnered or not. But my goal is to help you start feeling this kind of love in your daily life, whether you have a partner or not. And so that once you meet your partner, that love force amplifies. I want to create an army of love warriors and warrioresses who are here to illuminate the darkness in the world. And let's unite, let's do it together. So I want to help you tap into this love frequency because I really believe that now's the time, which is the name of my channel, Planet Love Times. So I'm not sharing this story for you to compare your love story to mine. Every one of us is going to have our own unique love story. It's going to be connected to our karma and the causes that we've made in previous lifetimes and the current lifetime that we're in. And so just because you don't have an 8-hour crying sesh after falling in love doesn't mean you didn't find your cosmic love partner. But the point of me sharing my story is just to show you how monumental of a feeling it is, how there there are multiple dimensions involved in the reuniting of your two souls. And so just for a little context, I want to share from my book what my definition of cosmic love is. And to me, cosmic love is a love that spans the cosmos, a reunion of two souls on the physical plane. It's an embodiment of the universe's most powerful energy, a love that heals past, present, and future wounds. And it's a love that heals Mother Earth. So if you're wondering where to start, let's say you're single, you want to meet your cosmic love partner. What do? Just start loving. Find one thing that's really easy for you to love. For me, it's nature. I just love plants and flowers and trees and animals so much. And so I just poured my love into those things, into my cat, into the view from my room, which just looked out into the forest at a time in my life when like nothing else made me happy but the view of trees. Just start with something that's easy to love and practice loving that as much as you can. Spend time with these things that you love. If you love flowers, like go sit by a flower and just look at it, smell it, admire it. If you love animals and you don't have a pet, like go to an animal shelter or a place where you might be able to volunteer and go give some love to those kitties and doggies that need it so badly. If you love children, reach out to friends that have kids and ask if you can babysit and spend some time with them. You know, they just continue to put yourself in the energy, the vibration, the frequency of love, and allow that to become you. So like I said, for me, it was nature, and I just found ways in my neighborhood, going on walks or rollerblading or whatever it was, to like stop and admire a flower and smell it, or to really look at a tree and give it a hug and feel this tree's essence, or to just look up at the sky and admire the clouds and see what I can see in them. You know, nature is so limitless. There's so much to love. Watch a video of baby pandas. I mean, come on. How could you not be happy and laughing and feeling good watching videos of baby pandas? Let's be real. So, yeah, if you want to know where to start, find something you love and love it. One of my favorite quotes talking about this is by Plato, and I have that quote in my book. And he says, For he who would proceed to aright in this manner should begin in youth to visit beautiful forms. And first, if he be guided by his instructor aright, to love one such form only. Out of that he should create fair thoughts, and soon he will of himself perceive that the beauty of one form is akin to the beauty of another, and that beauty in every form is one and the same. And so, what this quote says to me is that just by visiting one form and taking in the beauty of it, loving one thing, that can grow into the love of another thing and another until we are expanding our capacity for love so much that it's possible we can reach the cosmos with that kind of love. We can grow a love as small as just loving one thing to a love that expands the universe. And so if some dude back in 540 BC had that figured out, I think I'm onto something. Thank you for joining me today on this episode about falling in love and cultivating more love in your life. So may you feel so loved and loving as you go out into the world this week, and I will see